Hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy Monday, Motivational Monday Tip. Like we talked about last night on the call with Sherry, said we would do a tip about anxiety today. So I know this affects all of us. We all have some sort of anxiety, overwhelm. Sometimes some of us have panic attacks. It happens. And basically, to me, anxiety is a future-based fear on something that hasn't even happened yet, based on something that happened in the past, a traumatic experience or a negative emotion. So what I try to do with this is it's something you can do for yourself. I've done it with clients before where we've elicited their timeline. Basically, you imply a line in your unconscious mind where which way is your past, which way is your future, and then you float above your timeline. You picture yourself floating above your timeline, you see your line down there, and you float into the past, you float into the future. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do something like that, and it's going to be quick and easy. And what's most important about it is the results, right? So what do you have anxiety about? What's giving you the most anxiety right now? Is it something a task you have to complete, or you feel like you can't complete an event? A perfect example for that is Danielle. Saturday night, she was nervous, and rightfully so. It's her first time going on stage in front of people to sing, so she was nervous. And I pulled her to the side and I asked her if she wanted to try this technique. And so we did it. So basically, all you need to do is think about 15 minutes past the successful completion of that event. So picture in your mind, get an internal representation in your unconscious mind. What do you see? What do you hear? What do you feel when you have a successful completion? So basically what I've done for myself in the past is I had to do an audition for TEDx. And I love to speak. I do. I consider myself a public speaker. I've been on stage before. I've been on stage in front of hundreds of people, and I love it. It's so exciting. But for this, it was an audition, and it was bigger. It was a bigger audience. And I was very nervous. So what I did was I went out 15 minutes past the successful completion of that event. And in my mind, I pictured people shaking my hand. I pictured people clapping for me. I pictured everyone saying to me, I heard people clapping for me and saying, great job, that was such an amazing talk, I loved it. And then that feeling that I got, that feeling of success, that exhilaration, that joy, that happiness, that excitement. So you want to take that internal representation and you really want to blow it up. Make it vivid, make it colorful, make it bright. What do you hear? Those sounds. Make those sounds loud and crisp and clear. And then those feelings. Really take on those feelings. Yes, yes. You want to feel all of those amazing emotions. So the next time you have anxiety about something like that, just stop for a second. Just try to stop yourself for a second. Take a deep breath and think about what it feels like when you complete it. And then give yourself an internal representation of that. And close your eyes and take in what you see, what you hear, and what you feel. And how amazing it feels that you finished it. And I can guarantee you the anxiety goes away in that moment like that. So I hope that helped. I do have another technique that I use. It's called Hakalau. It's more for when you go on stage to speak, or you're going to go on stage to sing, something like that. You basically take your peripheral, calibrate where you can see back here, as far back as you can, and then you find a point up on the wall, and you stare at that point on the wall and defocus your eyes because you're looking out here and you're expanding your peripheral vision. And then you kind of do a weird little like this until you're so defocused and kind of in a meditative state that you can't have those negative emotions anymore. And then you bring it back down. Obviously, do this before you go on stage. You don't want to go in front of people and start doing this whole weird thing going on here. They might think you're a little crazy. But yeah, right before you go into a situation, into a meeting, onto stage to speak, or it's also another way to get rid of anxiety and overwhelm. But it works really good when you're in those type of situations. The other one, is really more for you when you have nobody else around you to talk to, or you're just in that situation where you just feel like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders and you're so overwhelmed and you have so much anxiety because you don't think you can finish that task or get through that event. I don't care what it is. It could be building a shelf in the garage for all I care, or going to a charity softball event. Oh my God, I haven't played in years. I'm so afraid I'm going to get hurt. I'm going to do this. What am I going to do? And then you just picture yourself in your head hitting a home run, making the winning catch. That feels awesome. And the anxiety's gone. And it really does work with any situation. So I hope that helps, guys. It's really worked for me. If you have any questions, if you need help doing the technique, definitely can sit down with you and help you with that technique and how to perfect it so that you can do it on your own. But really try it. I think it's really beneficial. Shari and I use these techniques. We don't just, prescribe them. We use them. So if you have any questions, or if you're still feeling anxiety or overwhelm, or there's something heavy on your heart that you want to talk about, please reach out to her. And because we're here for you guys. This isn't about just nutrition, as we all can see. It's about that mindset too. And what supersedes nutrition and puts a stop to weight loss is stress and anxiety. So when we can't let go of that tension, that's going to stop us from that good nutrition, that weight loss, or that maintenance, or if you have a chronic pain or a chronic injury. We all get injured, okay? It happens. But if it's something that's nagging you, it's because of stress and tension that you have, that you're not releasing those micro muscles because of something that's still weighing heavy on you. So think about that next time you have anxiety and you start to feel some kind of pain in your shoulder or your neck or your back, and you're like, what's going on here? It goes a lot deeper than we realize when it comes to healing. It's not just about popping a pill or putting ice on it. Sometimes it goes deeper than that, and it's just as easy as getting rid of those negative emotions or that anxiety that you have. So, guys, always love talking to you. Motivational Monday Tip. This is a really important one. I hope you use it. Let me know if it helps, and ask questions if you need help. Love you guys. Have a great week.